Hello viewers, today I am going to give you a clear concept about using article. So let's start without wasting any time. Article. Article. So there are two types of articles. There are two types of articles. One is indefinite article, one is indefinite article, and the other is definite article. Two type of article. Indefinite article and definite article. First, so what is the meaning of indefinite article or definite article? First we have to know the meaning of indefinite and definite. Indefinite means not specific, not specific. Indefinite means not specific. Definite means specific. Definite means specific. So here is the meaning. Indefinite means not specific, definite means specific. Like I am giving you two example. I asked a boy to bring it. I asked a boy to bring it. I asked the boy to bring it. Just I have given two examples here. I asked a boy to bring it. I asked the boy to bring it. First, in this sentence, in the first sentence, I use a before boy. In the second sentence, I use the before boy. So it means that in the first sentence, the boy is not specified or the boy is not specific. I am not the boy specific here. In the second sentence, the boy is specified. So I use the here. So that is the difference between indefinite or definite. It means not specific and specific. Here are the examples. Now I can say there are a and the. These are the three articles. These are the three articles. A and the. These are the three articles. A and belongs to indefinite article. A and belong to indefinite article. So I am saying that A and belong to indefinite article and the belong to definite article. Definite article. Okay. So indefinite articles are a or an and definite article is the. We have to remember this. Indefinite article are a or an and definite article is the. We have to remember this. Okay, let's start to the main point where I use or where we use a or an. Where we use a or an. The use of article A. So where we use the article A. Article A is used generally before a consonant sound. Is used generally before a consonant sound. So what I have said, article A is used. Article A is used before a consonant sound. Not a word. Just starting with a consonant. With a consonant. So we have to remember this clearly. Article A is used before a consonant sound, not a word just starting with a consonant. Okay, let me give you some examples. given four examples. I have given four examples here. First, I use A before dog, I use A before cat, I use A before hen, I use A before honorable man. Here are five examples. I use and before honorable man, I use and before hour. I use both A and here. I use both A and here. Why? Is this wrong or right? Is this wrong or right? Let me explain it. I use A before dog. D is a consonant. D is a consonant. And the letter D is taking the sound of a consonant. And the letter D is taking the sound of a consonant. Like dog. Like dog. That the letter D is taking the sound of a consonant. So I use A here. Here, same as cat. The letter C is taking the sound of consonant. The letter C is taking the sound of consonant. So I use A here. Here in hen, the letter H is taking the sound of H. Hen. So the letter H is taking the sound of consonant. Okay. And in these two words, I use an. Why? Like this word is honorable, and this word is hour. This word is honorable. Here I am saying that honorable. The sound is honorable, not honorable. Honorable. Here H is a silent letter. H is a silent letter. Here H is a silent letter, and the sound is taking vowel. And the sound is taking of a vowel. Like this, honorable. Is not taking the sound of H, or it's not taking the sound of consonant. It's taking the sound of honorable. That means it's taking the sound of a vowel. It's taking the sound of a vowel. It's taking the sound of a vowel. So is taking the sound of a vowel. So I have used and here. Okay, is that clear? Why I don't use A here? Why I use and here? I use and because the H is a silent letter here, and the sound is of a vowel, not consonant. So I have used and here. Same as hour. Hour is taking the sound of vowel, not consonant. So I have used and here. Okay, is that clear? So the use of A is when, I am just repeating, when the sound is a consonant sound, when the sound is a consonant sound, we use A. Example, dog, cat, hen. Both in these three words, the sound is taking of a consonant sound. But honorable and hour, in these two words, the sound is taking of a vowel. So I use a dog, a cat, and a hen, but I use an honorable man and hour for the vowel sound. Okay, let's go to use of the and. Let's go to the use of and. Same as and is used before a vowel sound. And is used before a vowel sound. Some examples are an apple, an egg, a European, a unicorn, A one-eyed man. One-eyed man. I have given some examples here: an apple, an egg, a European, a unicorn, a one-eyed man. Here also I have used a and both. A or and both. Now let me explain it. Apple, apple, apple. I used and before apple, apple. The letter taking the sound of a. Apple, apple, vowel, vowel. The letter is taking the sound of vowel. So I have used and here. Same as egg, same as egg, egg, egg is also taking the sound of vowel. Is also taking the sound of vowel. So I have used and here. Now European, the word European, European, EU. This is taking the sound of Y. This is taking the sound of Y. Y is a consonant. Y is not a vowel. So I have used a. European, this word is taking the sound of consonant, not a vowel. See, European, European. So I have used a because it's taking the sound of a consonant. Same as unicorn, unicorn, unicorn is also taking the sound of U. Is also taking the sound of U, that is consonant. So I have used a here. I have used a here. One-eyed man, one-eyed man, one. This vowel O also is taking the sound of consonant, like wa. This is also taking the sound of wa, consonant, W, consonant. So a is used here. A should be used here, not an. Okay. So when I can say that when it takes the sound of a vowel, I can use a, but we should use a. Or if it takes the sound of a consonant, we should use a. Okay. We should use an. If it is a vowel sound, we should use a. If it is a consonant sound. Like this, European, U, taking the sound of U, Y, taking the sound of Y, U is a consonant. Same as unicorn, taking the sound of Y, U, Y is a consonant. One, taking the sound of wa, W is a consonant. So I have used a before this words. Okay. So this is all parts of a or and. So let comes to the abbreviation. Here I am saying that there are some words you have to remember. There are some words we should remember. EUE, European, unity, union, user, university, unique, etc. These all words take the sounds of a consonant. These all words take the sound of a consonant. Remember these words. These all words take the sounds of a consonant. So we should use a before all these words. We should use a before all these words. Before all these words. Okay, is that clear? These all words take the sound of consonant. So we should use a before all these words. Okay, clear? Now come to the point of abbreviation. Abbreviation. We have heard that every abbreviation takes an. Every abbreviation preceded by an, but that is not true. Which abbreviation preceded by an, which abbreviation preceded by a, we have to know that. The abbreviation starts with A, E, F, H, I, L, M, N, O, R, S and X. The abbreviation which starts with these letters, takes an or preceded by an, preceded by an. The abbreviation which starts with these letters, A, E, F, H, A, I, L, M, N, O, R, S and X, preceded by an. Okay, like MBA, SDO, and MBA and SDO. See, MBA, M is taking the sound of vowel, M is taking the sound of vowel. Okay, so I have to use an. And SDO, taking the sound A, SDO is taking the sound of a vowel, so we have to use an. Okay, and the rest of the letter of the alphabet, takes or preceded by A, rest of the letters of the alphabet, rest of the letters of the alphabet preceded by A. Like a BBC reporter, a CA. Look these two examples. A BBC reporter, the letter B is taking the sound of B consonant. BBC. B is taking the sound of consonant. So we have to use A. Okay. And here also the letter C is taking the sound of consonant. CA. Taking the sound of C. So we have to use A here, not an. Okay. So I have said that the letters I have written take the sounds of vowel. So the abbreviation must preceded by an, and the rest of the letters takes the sound of consonant. So the abbreviation must be preceded by A. Okay, is that clear? The use of the will be explained in the next part. If you have doubt, comment me, I will clarify it. Okay, thank you.